Before I get to the meat of my video, I just want to address some ideas that people are saying that they want to leave this country now that Donald Trump was elected president of the United States. I've been seeing social media posts, videos, and everything about from citizens of this country saying that they want to leave this country because Donald Trump was reelected. Here's my view on that. About people leaving the United States and Donald Trump supporters saying I should leave the United States, even threatening to have me deported because I happen to be black and not a Donald Trump supporter. Here's my response to all of them. I'm not going anywhere. In the words of Leonardo DiCaprio on The Wolf of Wall Street, they're going to have to send the National Guard after me because I ain't going nowhere. You think because you woke up one day and Donald Trump, your Messiah, your God, your Jesus Christ is back in office, that you think you can threaten me? You think you can intimidate me into leaving my country, my home, the country my father served in the United States military, that his father served in the United States military? You're going to have a fight on your hands if you even try to make me leave the country of my birth, the country of my home. Don't think Donald Trump being back in office means anything. And don't let Donald Trump get you into a prison cell at best or otherwise. You can all use your imagination about the otherwise part. Now that we've said hello, let's get down to the reason why I'm going to be fighting for my country and why I'm fighting against the new Donald Trump regime, the cabinet of a clown car that Donald Trump wants to call his regime. First off, Marco Rubio, or as Donald Trump called him, Little Marco, who called him a lightweight on Twitter, who at the time was against Donald Trump, but this past election tried to become his running mate and has acted as nothing more than his personal defense attorney every step of the way. Now he's trying to be Secretary of State. Does the word whore mean anything to you? The Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, the same Tulsi Gabbard that's way too chummy with Russia for my taste, and probably engineered those documents to be in Donald Trump's possession. Ambassador to Israel, Mike Huckabee, former governor of Arkansas and Donald Trump worshiper. This is just gonna keep getting worse. Susie Wiles, as chief of staff, the first woman to hold that post, however, probably was the engineer of that disaster, the Madison Square Garden rally that ended up looking like a Nazi rally. Tom Harmon, the border czar, who says to American citizens that they better be ready to pack up and leave, thinking that he's going to go door to door hunting for immigrants like some mindless Gestapo. And of course, it doesn't end with him. Stephen Miller, the Mr. Burns wannabe, being put as Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy, who's a racist only because some Hispanic girl didn't want to go out with him on a date. Now he's got a thing for going after anyone who happens to be of different color other than white. Led Zealand, the Environmental Protection Agency chair, he wants to be head of the Environmental Protection Agency that will deregulate everything that's poisoning the environment. For Secretary of Defense, Trump has tapped, oh boy, this would be funny if it weren't so dangerous. Pete Hegseth, a Fox News talking head who has no command experience in the military. Now, mind you, he was an infantry officer in the National Guard. However, he has not seen any kind of combat, nor has he commanded troops in combat, being put up as the Secretary of Defense, the head civilian post of the United States military, the man who makes decisions of our military, who has damaging views about women in the military because he doesn't like women in the military, because he's nothing more than a chauvinistic pig. And I would love to sit this guy down and ask, do you have those same views about black soldiers, about people of color serving in our military? How about the LGBTQ? You want them to serve? Right now, if half the military were to just leave because of you, Hegseth, this country would be incredibly vulnerable, and the blame would be on you and Trump. So do yourself a favor, Hegseth. Well, actually, do yourself two favors. Stop calling yourself a former soldier. You never were one. And secondly, don't accept this position, because you're not going to last long the moment those questions come up in committee hearings, which, of course, Donald Trump was trying to thwart, but I'll get to that later. And just the latest name to drop, Matt Gaetz, the man accused of having sex with a child, paying for sex with a child, is on tap to be the AG, the Attorney General. Only in America, only in Trump's America, can a person be accused of having sex with a child and become the Attorney General of the United States. And I almost forgot to mention this idiotic woman, Kristi Noem, who's on tap to be Secretary of Homeland Security. Yeah, the woman who shot a dog, on tap for being Homeland Security Secretary. And to make things worse, these two, Vivek Ramaswamy, a billionaire who has no kind of experience in politics, but tried to run for president anyway, then tried to run for vice president on Donald Trump's coattails. And of course, Elon Musk, scumbag, owner of X and SpaceX, who had a hand in Donald Trump winning this election. And I'm using the air quotes when it comes to winning, because quite frankly, I think he had something to do with stealing this election to Trump. The two of them are going to be part of some kind of new government expenditure. They'll somehow cut wasteful spending in the government. In English, they're going to find ways of stealing money from the American people and putting it into their own pockets. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The cavalcade of religious fanatics, greedy whores, empty-headed idiots, and inhuman bastards that Donald Trump has selected for his next regime. And it shouldn't be a surprise to anyone at this. Do any of these people qualify for these positions? No. The only asset test that any of these people have gone through is, are they really 100% loyal to Donald Trump? Not to the country, not to the Constitution, not to the people of America, but only to Donald John Trump. If the answer is yes for them, they're in, 100%. They could care less about what he does to this country or its people. They can care less of the fact that he wants to burn the Constitution. All they care about is, how can I get in good with Donald Trump? And quite honestly, it is pathetic. And this is why I refuse to run to Canada or Mexico or anywhere else in the world. I'm staying put so I can fight against this insanity. Donald Trump is going to burn this country to the ground. And at least I'll be around to say, to say to every Trump supporter still wearing those stupid red hats, I told you so, just before they lose everything. CTP, know the truth. God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right.